They say the American dream is built on hard work. But tonight we need to ask, what happens when hard work still isn't enough to keep the lights on, put food on the table, or pay the rent? Across the country, millions of families are living this struggle every single day. The headlines talk about inflation easing, but for working people, nothing feels easier. The price of groceries is still climbing, utility bills are hitting record highs, and rents continue to squeeze budgets that were already stretched to the breaking point. This isn't just numbers on a chart. This is the single mom standing at the grocery aisle, comparing prices and realizing she has to put food back. This is the retiree skipping medications to cover the electricity bill. This is the young couple, working 2 jobs each, still unable to afford their first apartment. And the truth is, it's not their fault. Government officials point to economic growth. Wall Street cheers when interest rates drop. But the reality on Main Street tells a very different story. Food banks are reporting record demand. Evictions are rising in major cities. Utility shutoffs are hitting families who've never missed a payment before. Let's talk about groceries first. Eggs, milk, bread. Basic items that used to be affordable are now luxuries for some households. Families are shopping with calculators in hand, counting dollars, cents, and sacrifices. The USDA reports that food inflation has slowed, but the actual prices remain far higher than they were just 3 years ago. Once something goes up, it rarely comes back down. Then there's rent. Across the country, rents have risen by 20 to 30% since before the pandemic. In places like New York, Los Angeles, and even smaller cities like Nashville or Tampa, working families are forced to spend more than half their income just to keep a roof overhead. Economists call this housing insecurity. Families call it constant stress. And utilities, something as basic as keeping the lights on and staying warm in winter, is becoming unbearable. Natural gas, electricity, and water rates have climbed sharply. In some states, utility bills are now higher than car payments. It's not about luxury. It's about survival. But here's the real question. Why is it always the working class that carries the heaviest burden? Why do wages stay stuck while prices climb? CEOs still get bonuses. Corporations report record profits. Politicians argue about who's to blame. And yet, the people who stock the shelves, drive the trucks, care for the elderly, and build this nation are the very people falling behind. Low-income Americans didn't create inflation. They didn't gamble on Wall Street. They didn't cause supply chain disruptions. Yet they're paying the highest price. Some say the Federal Reserve's interest rate cut will bring relief. Maybe it will lower credit card bills or car loan payments. But will it stop the landlord from raising rent again? Will it make your grocery cart fuller next week? Will it keep your power company from hiking rates this winter? Probably not. The truth is, families are tired. Tired of being told things are getting better when their lived reality says otherwise. Tired of politicians visiting during election season, promising relief, then vanishing when the cameras leave. Tired of working longer hours, juggling multiple jobs, and still falling behind. And yet, despite everything, there's resilience. That same single mom will still put dinner on the table, even if it's smaller portions. That retiree will still check on neighbors, even if their own cupboard is bare. That young couple will still dream of a better tomorrow, even if today feels impossible. Because if there's one thing America's working class has proven, it's strength in the face of hardship. This country runs because of them, because of you. Not because of Wall Street traders or political speeches, but because ordinary people show up day after day and do the work that keeps the nation alive. So maybe the real story isn't just about inflation or rent or utilities. Maybe the real story is about recognition, about finally saying out loud what millions already know, that the system is broken when those who work the hardest live with the least security. Tonight, let this video stand as a voice for the people who rarely get heard. The ones holding America together while struggling silently. The ones who deserve more than excuses and empty promises. If you're listening right now and this sounds like your life, you are not alone. Your struggle is real. Your story matters. And it deserves to be told. Because the fight for dignity, for fairness, for the simple right to live without fear of bills and eviction, that fight belongs to all of us. And together, voices like yours will no longer be ignored. This is not just about numbers. This is about people, about families, about the truth that working Americans deserve better and won't stop demanding it. And if you believe these stories need to be told, make sure to subscribe, like, and share.